So if I knew how to add music to my YouTube videos, I would totally do an intro with a little Bob Marley. But since I don't know how and I don't have the rights to his song, let's all just imagine it for a few minutes, because today in this video, I'm going to tell you about one of the most surprising ways that people, aspiring flight attendants, are not getting their job. One of the most surprising things that is blocking aspiring flight attendants from their career goals. And that is marijuana, Mary Jane, grass, herb, no, not herb, not like herb, like herb. Obviously, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not really super knowledgeable about this kind of thing, but I received a Facebook message from a recruiter from an airline a couple weeks ago, and she asked me to make this video. So I never thought that I would be making a YouTube video for flight attendants about drugs, but I am. So the reason that I'm kind of trying to make light of it, but the reason that she reached out to me is actually really serious and sad, because she's seen an increased number of people who have interviewed, passed their background check, been invited to training, and then failed their drug test. And part of the confusion is because marijuana is legal for recreational use in several states right now. And it's legal with a doctor's prescription in more states. So people are using marijuana now legally, but it is still a no-go for flight attendants. So flight attendants are more on the federal side. You're getting an FAA, which is the Federal Aviation Regulation or Aviation Administration, that is in control of the standards. You are having a department, a DOT drug test, Department of Transportation drug test, which is again federal. So all of that, and we all know marijuana is still frowned upon on the federal side. So since you're working under federal regulations as a flight attendant, you are still prohibited from using marijuana and other drugs. But marijuana seems to be the problem because it is legal in some places. So you cannot use marijuana and be a flight attendant. If you are currently using recreationally and you want to be a flight attendant, I encourage you to stop. If you are on a prescription, like with any prescription, have a conversation with your doctor before you make any changes to your medicinal repertoire, your medicines. Talk to your doctor, discuss it, let him know what's going on, see if there's something else that you can do to get some of the same benefits. But I just wanted to make sure that this is out there in case you're curious as to, can I become a flight attendant and still use marijuana? You will have a pre-employment Department of Transportation government issued drug test. You will have one. Once you become a flight attendant, you will be randomly drug tested, which means at any time you could get off the airplane and there will be a lady standing there with a clipboard, and it's random. And you will, before you can go home, before you can work another trip, you will go to the clinic and you will have a drug test. So there is any time this could pop up. So if you are a flight attendant, you cannot use marijuana. Now, CBD oil is another question. From my understanding, which I'm not a professional on this, from my understanding, CBD oil usually doesn't have the element that makes you feel euphoric or high like the full marijuana does. So you get some of the benefits of marijuana, of cannabis, I think is the right way to say it, without the side effects of feeling high and euphoric and things like that. I was going to say, why is euphoria a side effect? But I get it. But because CBD oil is not super regulated, there could still be some traces of, I think it's THC, that would show up if you were to take CBD oil, that could show up in a drug test. Okay, so it could. So also, I have heard of airlines sending out information to their flight attendants asking them to avoid CBD oil because it could show up on that drug test. So if you are curious, if you're watching this video, you probably were curious, can a flight attendant smoke marijuana, use it legally, use it recreationally, use it with a prescription? The answer as of right now is no. If you are in the process of applying to become a flight attendant, I would encourage you to begin to abstain if you're using it recreationally. Again, talk to your doctor. If you're using it with a prescription, brainstorm with him or her and see if you can figure out something else. But there's no, it's okay with a prescription, because again, we're talking about the federal side. Is your flight attendant career is being regulated on the federal side, not at the state level where it's sometimes legal. So hopefully that answers the most basic question of about smoking or consuming marijuana in any kind of way and being a flight attendant. So of course you can't work under the influence of any drug or alcohol as a flight attendant because of the safety responsibilities. But even though alcohol is allowed at some times, not when you're working, marijuana is never allowed. Okay, so if you have any questions, you could probably Google up the FAA and maybe get some answers there. I'm not sure if I'd have any. Maybe I will. You can message me and we can see. But hopefully you found this video helpful, and good luck on your flight attendant journey. Bye.